For years, in my mind, more income meant working more hours. So more clients, more calls, more hustle. And it worked up to a point. Then I noticed something that actually bothered me, right? My income kept growing, but I didn't feel richer. Nothing about my actual financial position had changed, just the number that was hitting my account every single month. And I want to challenge a belief that you might have today that almost nobody says out loud, but almost everyone quietly holds. The belief that if you just make more money, everything else will sort itself out. But it doesn't, and I want to show you exactly why in 3 parts. And here's part 1, right? The ceiling that nobody talks about. Every dollar that you earn from your time has a hard limit. There are only so many hours in a day, so many clients that you can take on, so many things that you can personally do. So you can work harder, you can work smarter, but eventually you will hit a ceiling because your income is tied directly to your hours, and hours do not multiply. Money that is actually invested doesn't have that ceiling. It doesn't care about how many hours you've worked today. It doesn't need you to show up all the time. And that is not a new idea. Most people probably have heard of some version of this before. But here's what almost nobody actually does with that idea. And here's part 2. Why knowing this doesn't change anything. You can know that your time has a ceiling and that your capital is not the same as actually restructuring your life around it. I know this personally. I understood this idea years before I actually did anything differently myself, because the business, the job, the next clients, they always feel like the urgent thing, the thing that is right in front of you. And then your portfolio always feels like the thing that you will properly deal with later once things calm down. But here's the problem with that. There isn't a version of running something real where things fully calm down. I've never actually met anyone that is running a serious business or career who reached a point where everything settled down and there was suddenly free time to sort out their finances properly. So that calm moment isn't really coming, right? And waiting for it means that you'll be waiting for such a long time. And here's then where you deal with part 3. The shift is not about working less or some escape from work, because that is not realistic, and honestly it's not even what most successful people I work with actually want. The shift is about giving your money the same kind of decision making process you already give your business or your career. You would not run your career on a decision that you made 5 years ago and you never looked at it again. You review it, right? You adjust when things change, and you treat it like something that is alive, not something that you set once and you ignore. But most people's personal capital gets none of that same treatment. It gets whatever energy you have left over, put wherever feels easiest, and then never revisited. But the businesses and the careers that actually build lasting wealth, they are not the ones that are working the most hours. Think about it. They are the ones where at some point the money earned from those hours started being treated with the same intention as the hours themselves. And here's what I want you to actually do, not a 5-year plan, just one honest question that you can answer. Next time money comes in from a good month, a bonus, a raise, ask yourself, where is this actually going? And did I decide on purpose, or is it just going to happen the same way it always has? That one question is your entire shift. Everything else is just the process for acting on that answer. I teach the full process of this in my workshop most weeks, and the link is in a description. But if you would rather talk about this one-to-one, just send me the word portfolio on Instagram and I'll point you in the right direction. I'll see you in the next one.